Hi, it is the 11th of the current month, which is September, and this is the Apply Working Group meeting. This was during which I didn't get as much done as I hoped to, but I did get something done, unlike some previous weeks. Should we go through? Should we switch these things to bi-weekly? I feel like 1 week just isn't enough time to actually make.
Yeah, I'm coming to getting to nothing.
Okay.
Like.
Okay. I'm going to change them as soon as we're done. I'm going to change this to bi-weekly.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just yeah. Okay. So let's see. Jenny did get. I know she wrote it because I reviewed it. Did it get merged?
I think she merged it. Yeah.
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah.
And this is.
Yep, merged.
Last I heard, she was still working on this one.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for.
Yeah.
Anything.
So that one means that one's still blocked. I have a PR out, which I should go link here. I know Antoine saw it because you commented on it. So I have a PR out that starts this. It also has some other stuff. Maybe I should split it into a couple. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, tell me if I need to look at it.
Yeah, it would be. Let's see. At least look at the test vector directory.
Can you add the link in the spreadsheet?
Yeah. Let me.
It's in a different APO, right?
Yeah. Let me take a note to go find it. Okay. Figure out types to present the merging and diffing code. I think I actually did that, and that's also my conclusion was to get around like package boundaries and vendoring concerns. I'm just going to write a little type that's convertible to the unstructured. Like you can consume stuff in the map string interface form. So if you look in that PR, which I will put a link to, it also will deserialize to YAML and back without losing order. So that should be convenient.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't technically say whether I wanted it merged or not, so I'll leave it open. If the alpha feature gate is off, all dry run requests are blocked. I assume this must have come out. Yes, everything already works.
Yes, but I haven't tried starting up just the API server, so I would rather keep it there as a reminder for me to fix my setup finally. I haven't had much time last week.
Yeah, it was. I like cleared off a bunch of like time to work on things, and then it was consumed by Google's perf process. So from outside Google, it probably looks like I'm doing nothing over here. But actually, I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've been working at like 12 hours plus every day, so I'm pretty much done. I need holiday.
Yeah. Upgrade pathway, annotation to field. I don't know if Jenny started on that, but I have to assume with perf and everything that probably we didn't make much progress. Antoine, did you start working on?
I thought about it. I haven't started writing anything about it.
Okay, so and user documentation for dry run.
So is this, I wrote dry run, but I'm not sure. Was this for dry run or was this not for dry run?
It says dry run, so it seems like we have two items for the same thing.
Because I've split it.
Okay, is it done?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, so maybe by next time you can figure out, is this a duplicate? We have not gotten an API review yet. So I have I have one new task which could be done by anybody. I was going to do it, but anyone could do it, which is the repo. By the way, Antoine, did you or Jenny approve the first PR I made to our new repo, like fixing the fixing the README and stuff?
No.
Okay.
Have you seen these?
I think I assigned you, but I may not have pinged you otherwise. I just haven't had time to like I have time to like put stuff out, and then circling back on it is another story. So
let me know where it is, and I'll do what needs to be done.
Okay. So I want to move existing apply code to our new repo. I have a, it does not need a feature branch. In theory, it should be small. Well, it may be two steps, like first move it over and then vendor the thing back in. So we can move the Phil's new code, which is what we're doing right now. Antoine, what do you think about, instead of using that, like literally take whatever kubectl used to be doing and whatever strategic merge patch used to be doing and smash them together into one directory so we get behavior that's exactly the same as today's?
I'm not sure I see it. What is it doing? It's been a patch. You wanna, yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
So there's 3 tracks that we could go to get a functioning apply. We could, so today what happens is kubectl does a diff, constructs a patch, sends it to the server, strategic merge patch applies it. That's one path by which apply functions, and that's the only path by which it actually functions. There's also the code that Phil started or wrote, which, as far as I know, is not actually battle tested.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So and we moved it once, and I'd like to move it again. And of course, the third path is to just finish the reference implementation that I started.
Eventually, we'll want to do the third path, right?
I think I want to do the third path anyway for reasons like being able to write down a very clear specification doc so other people can repeat what we've done. So I'm wondering if it makes sense to use Phil's rewrite, since it's not battle tested. But if we don't use it, then we have to figure out how to get like extract both the diffing code from kubectl and the strategic merge code from API server and like mash them all together. And I'm fine if we copy stuff because I want it to be like fixed in time so we can always like use it as a comparison point. Maybe we should do it anyway.
You want to use the diffing code from kubectl in the server.
I mean, so one obvious thing that we could do to call it alpha is make sure that it is performing exactly the same operation it was performing before, just located in the server. And I'm thinking copy the stuff, not vendor.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So now the nice thing about that is if we put that in, I've started the test suite that I started. It lets you like write a wrapper function and apply the whole suite to an arbitrary implementation. So we can run the test suite against multiple implementations without any extra work. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
With what we have at the moment, applied state is in our branch kubectl already working with it? It should, right? Because the kubectl merge was using the text last applied field, as far as I know.
So today, kube control is storing stuff in an annotation, and it like does actually function. I mean, modulo with the bugs that we'd hope to fix, but I'm wondering if the bugs that we have to fix are maybe at least a known quantity, and if we use the like new implementation that Phil has, like I don't know how thoroughly it's been tested. Maybe it's fixed those bugs, but maybe it has a bunch of other bugs. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
The plan.
This is sort of why I'd like to really build up a great integration test or a is this an integration? A great unit test suite for Apply.
The way I see it, though, is that what we're going to get from server-side Apply is that we're going to have ownership of fields and conflict detection with good errors. And I don't think that either SMP nor fields code is going to give us that.
So that's a separate conversation, but would you agree that no matter what we're trying to do, a great first step is to get the feature branch merged back to master?
I don't know about that.
I think no matter what we want to do, we need the API change that we've made, and we need the changes to the patch handler that we've made. We like all the stuff that we've done in the feature branch. No matter what we're going to do, we need all those changes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we made them. So I think the way I'd like this to work is an alpha in, which includes exactly what works today, like no regressions and some sort of rollover path from the current kube control apply.
I'll try to defend David's point, and I think he would say that we don't want API changes if we don't have a good reason to do so. And today we have API changes, we don't have a good reason to have them.
But we would be using the map for
later.
the applied state. Like we don't have superfluous API changes.
No, right, but I mean at the same time we don't have a good reason to have these changes yet.
Why not?
I think what David would say is that we need the good diff and merge before we actually change the API, so they should almost come together.
But I disagree with that. I think we can make progress a lot more effectively if we get stuff in and start rolling out fixes as we make them.
Why don't we focus on the diff and merge now?
Well, I intend to, but I also would really love to have the feature branch merged in Q4. I'm ready to be done with the feature branch.
Right, Q4. That gives us at least 3 months, right? 4 months?
That gives us like 2 months, because the last couple months of the year don't exist.
Yeah.
And also there will be another feature freeze and code freeze and
yes, right. Yeah.
So no, we don't have very much time at all.
Okay. Yes, I agree. We want it back in master before 1.13. I agree with that. And we want the alpha version before 1.13.
And like I also like, even if we do nothing else from this project but take the code out of kube control and put it in the server, that's still a great improvement on the status quo. Because right now you cannot use this code from any language, from any like library, right? You can't call it every client has to either re-implement it or shell out or do something different.
But
So
would you call it good enough to be an alpha version, though?
yes.
I mean, that's the reason that brought me here, right? I couldn't use apply as I wanted with the API.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe I should delay that so I get your help for longer.
No, I'm totally happy. I want to go on Kubernetes, so don't worry.
Yeah, so I think like part of the, like if you read the documentation that I kicked this off with, part of the problem is that it's impossible to fix anything about apply right now because all the components are distributed in so many places. Like imagine today, like if all this were server side and we wanted to roll out a new diff and merge routine, we can just add a new version to the content type.
Okay, so
or if we think that it is 100% backwards compatible and doesn't make anything that used to work stop working, then we can just upgrade it.
If this is the goal, then I'd keep fields code the way it is. So right now we have fields code running on the server, right?
Mm-hmm. Although I do want it to move to this new repo, but yeah.
So I'd keep the code as it is today. We can move stuff around if needed, but I would keep the code as it is. Instead of trying to move SMP, we don't know what that means and what's going to happen as we do that. And we know in the final step, we don't want to keep this code anyway. So it'd be kind of weird to create a second version so that later we have the third version of the merging code.
I don't know. I think, well, I definitely think I want a exhaustive test suite. Do we all agree on that? Like, otherwise, how do we even know if we're making an improvement or not?
Yeah, agreed.
Would it be too much overhead or unreasonable to implement the different merge attempt or approaches we already got documented or want to code, including the current kubectl one, and like choose a default one, but allow overriding them through like what we did with dry run?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm suggesting is that we make the current pathway available and reevaluate. Alternatively, we could just move Phil's code and use that, continue to use that. But have we put it through an exhaustive test suite? I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's an improvement or not. I would hate to launch with like a bunch of regressions.
Yeah. So just to so Phil has written a lot of code for his merge code. He has a ton of tests.
Yeah. So let's take a look at.
If needed, we can add more tests to it, but it's much more tested than anything we have for SMP and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I need to look at the. I'll add an item to myself. Look at existing code. Sweet.
When moving the kube control merge code to the server, does it in our feature branch already use our new last applied setting, or is it still using the annotation and this would have to change too?
It's using the new field.
Okay. Yeah.
Not everywhere because we don't set it everywhere, but it's at least on the apply path.
Okay. Does it get set on other path in general?
No, just apply path.
Okay.
If you do apply, so you can now create or update on the apply path. And in both these, I think it's setting it. I'm not even sure. what is sure is that if you do a create path, it's not going to set it, and this one should be easy. I think what you are supposed to do.
But you can create through the apply verb now.
But you can create through the apply, but we would have to update through every pass anyway.
Yeah, we should make sure that kubectl apply starts using the apply verb even for creates.
Oh yeah. Update create so that it uses the apply instead of create. Yes, I agree with that. Do we have an item for that in the list? I don't think so.
We have an item for upgrading.
Yeah, that's okay. I think it's different though.
Okay, I'll add it.
How are we gonna do when we have a mix of old client, new server, and?
Well, we have an item to design that.
82.
Yeah.
And here you're talking about using the apply endpoint on kubectl create.
Right.
So what compatibility has to be kept regarding this? So if the server side apply doesn't, no, wait.
Hey Kevin, do you mind if I don't even think about it?
Okay. That's okay. I was just like,
let's not design it here.
Let's not design
it here. I was thinking of like a latching thing where once you use the new apply on an object, the server will start rejecting if kubectl tries to use the old apply on it. But let's let Jenny like write something, and then we can all complain about the comments, which is like the ordinary. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah, so if that doesn't work right now, that's probably a fair amount of work, actually, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, the way apply is implemented in kubectl means it's not going to be. No, who am I kidding? Because the client is it's super easy in the client to use the new endpoint, right? Because there's nothing to do besides sending the object. So it should be super easy.
Oh, you think it's super easy?
Right.
I didn't even find it.
Before, when you wanted to apply, you had to do all these steps, create the patch, send the patch, blah, blah, blah. So this was sort of complicated. Now all you have to do is just send the object to the apply endpoint.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought you meant moving the apply code to the server is easy. The current one.
Yeah, so this I don't know if we want to do.
Yeah.
We have to agree on that.
Yeah. I'm going to think about. Okay, we're coming up on time. Looks like everyone has at least a few items on the list. If we want to coordinate more, let's talk on the Slack channel. Next one of these will be in 2 weeks, so maybe we'll all make good progress. If we run out of things to do in the meantime, we can talk on the Slack channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.